Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I will be showcasing an EXP laner that is, I could say, a good counter to most, if not all, enemy tanks. And that hero is no other than Chi-Chi the Boing performer.
Let's hear from the crowd! Make some noise for yours truly!
Before we proceed further into the video, let me just give y'all a short disclaimer. All of the information that I'll state here is mostly based on my research and experiences. Meaning, you'll have to take this with a grain of salt and do your own research as well. At the end of the day, it's up to you whether or not you'll try what I'll share with you. And without further ado, let us dive into the video. Let me begin by introducing each skill from her kit, starting with her passive Performer's Delight. Each time she deals damage, her movement speed and spell vamp increases. This is good for her survival throughout a whole match since she can actually attack while moving, making her quite easy to change position when things get dire. With her movement speed being amplified, she'll be able to dodge enemy attacks while still dealing damage to them. In case the enemy did manage to make her HP fall significantly, her spell vamp is there to the rescue. For each time she lands a hit on enemies or creeps, she can slowly regenerate her HP all by herself. With these innate self-buffs at her disposal, I think she'll be able to manage her lane well enough. You just have to be smart at maneuvering though. Next in line is what I call her staple skill, as it can really shred a tank's HP little by little, and that will be her skill 1 Yo-Yo Blitz. Once activated, she continuously damages enemies in range, prioritizing enemy heroes. And the good part is that each hit kills from the enemy's max HP, meaning the more HP an enemy has, the more Chi-Chi's attack power spikes using skill 1. Now, let us move on to her skill to Boing Bounce. Based on the term itself, Chi-Chi jumps up in the air. If she is able to hit an enemy or creep, she then bounces yet again. Although this skill doesn't do a lot of damage to you, that it is a mobility skill, it does help you in chasing enemies, if not fleeing from them. Last but not least is her ultimate skill, Curtain Call. Now, this skill can actually be a game changer, especially during clash. To put it simply, she tosses her yo-yo onto an enemy hero, slowing them for a while. If there is another hero nearby as she casts a skill, then both of them will be entangled by the yo-yo, forbidding them to separate from each other. Along with that, her skill 1 deals a lot more damage to them. To effectively use this skill, I suggest that you focus on targeting the enemy backline to create space for your allies to do their work. But if you can't find an opportunity for that to happen, you can just basically use it on anyone. Of course, it all depends on you and the battle situation. Now, let me share with you the typical items I use on her. Usually, this is my build path. Firstly, I build either warrior boots if most enemies deal physical damage, or tough boots if most crowd control skills. Then, I go for Dread and August T armor or Silence Robe for a bit of defense. If I don't want to build the said items, then I just buy War Axe. After that, I'll build Antique Gears for physical defense. Next in line is Brute Force and Oracle for its added attack and sustain attributes. And for the last item, I just go for any item that would suit my needs. Now, these items are merely my suggestion only. And of course, it's still up to you whether or not you want to try this build path. And that is it for this week's video. I hope that this will somehow help you in any way climb the ranks. If you have any suggestions or clarifications, then please do a comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts.